For this technique, I want to start by rupturing the man's bladder to injure him, render him helpless, get the spinal reflex out of him, and then do whatever else it is that I want to do to him. And in this case, I'm going to drive my entire body weight into the man. Once again, essentially, think about this as just falling into it. And I'm going to make my contact point, the two knuckles right here on this fist, but that elbow is going to stay in and down. This arm's going to stay locked to my body so that I can transfer my body weight in motion into the man's bladder. And so in this case, we're going to think about it, like I said, I'm just going to be a battering ram falling straight into the guy. So I'm going to fall straight into that target there and get that bladder reaction, rupturing the bladder. And once again, that's only going to happen with my body weight. If I stand out here like this and try to punch like that, it is not going to get the job done, plain and simple. I'm not going to get an injury. I'm not going to get a spinal reflex. This man will still be in control of his body. I don't want that to happen. The only way this is going to work is if I commit 100% to causing that injury. And the way I do that is by using all of my body weight all at the same time. So once again, I'm going to fall into the man, boom, to drive that shot into the bladder. Now from here, I've got him in this position. I want to go ahead and hit him in the back of the neck hard enough to get that electrical knockout and knock the guy out if at all possible. Once again, this is going to take body weight. It's not going to work if I try to just pivot here and drive this arm forward with my muscular strength. This isn't going to have the effect I want. Who knows? It may or may not piss him off. It may or may not sting or hurt, but it's not going to cause an injury that's going to render this man debilitated. So from back here, I'm going to be pivoting and bending this knee so that my whole body weight then is transferring into this strike. And I'm going to come over the top with my hand, this hand near my chest with the palm toward me. It can be an open hand, it can be a fist, it doesn't matter, because I'm just going to hit him with the ulna bone right below the elbow right here. That's my actual contact point that I'm going to make. But once again, that ulna bone driven on its own accord in there with muscles does nothing for me. It's not going to get the job done. What does get it done is my entire body weight coming over the top and dropping in. This knee bending. This knee was straight. I was faced back the other way. I came 180 degrees, and my entire body weight dropped down like a freight train right on top of the back of his neck. That's going to make the guy see stars. If I get that electrical knockout, he goes face down into the dirt, and that's the end of this. If not, worst case scenario, I get this reaction right here. The man will just bend down forward, he'll drop his head, and now his head is in a perfect orientation for me to do the last thing I want to do, which is I want to take him down. I want to put the guy on the ground behind me because maybe I'm heading out the door this way or I'm going after his friends in this direction. I want to make sure he's not going to be there to screw things up for me. So striking to the back of the neck, I'm going to do that with my leg. And once again, it's all going to be driven with my body weight. If I try to reach up with my leg and hook this and do some kind of fancy pull this around with my leg, I better hope he weighs a lot less than me, because otherwise this just plain isn't going to work. The only way it's going to work is if I drive it with my body weight. So I'm going to come up here. Once again, I'm reloading that potential energy reservoir by straightening up this leg and bringing this leg up. And now I'm going to drop the whole thing on him all at once and strike through the top of his spine there into my forward stance to slam the guy down onto the ground right here. Just spin him around and drop him right into the ground. If I feel that I need to put more trauma into him, I have many more targets, as you can see. I have groin there, throat there, and I'm all set to go. I got that. My hands I can use. I can be dropping knees into him. I can be putting my body weight into him some more. But from this point, if I think I'm done, and I'm out of here.